What's going on, everyone, and welcome back to another video. Today we're doing another ranking video on the Super Mario Sunshine Secret Missions. It might be crazy that I'm ranking these missions specifically because, well, everyone almost hates them, but to be honest, I've only heard people talk about the ones that are stressful are the, like, 5 of them on here, I think. So, give me one second. I always forget to do that before I start a video. Anyway, but yeah, I wanted to make one Mario Sunshine video for the summer. This game is amazing, but y'all ain't ready for that conversation. But yeah, we're gonna be ranking all these secret missions in Mario Sunshine. I was thinking about doing a Mario Sunshine's bosses video, but there's literally like 6 bosses in the game, so that'd be pretty boring, honestly. So let's have some fun and rank the secret missions. So here we go. Let's just go ahead and get this started. Let's just not waste any more time. Starting this off with the secrets in Bianco Hills. There's 2 of them, by the way. This is the first one you encounter in the game, which moving blocks, big blocks, and the orange blocks that move around too. This one is pretty basic. You're kind of learning the base of Mario Sunshine. This one isn't really too bad, honestly. I don't know if I put any of them in S tier. Will I put any of them in S tier? You're gonna have to find out. But yeah, it is the basic one. But it's for a starting one, yeah, it's pretty good. So yeah, I don't know if I'll put any of them in S tier. You're gonna have to just watch the video and find out. Next up we have is the other secret mission that you get at Bianco Hills. This one has platforms flipping all over the place. Flipping, which takes turns, also platforms that move, and also a block that moves you upwards. There's a lot going on in this one too. And while I'm gonna rank these mostly based on the concept, not the level itself, because I'm not really, there's one I really hate, but yeah, I don't know. This one I like the concept more, honestly, in my opinion. It's just pretty cool. If you can get past this one, it's generally really cool. I'm not gonna count the red coin missions either. I'm mostly just counting them I'm not counting the red coin missions, the ones that you have to play twice. Yeah. Which one would you rather backtrack, this game or Donkey Kong 64? Okay, well, let's not get into that conversation. Oh boy, alright, now this one, you have to basically, you're sliding for most of the level, and you have to make sure you don't fall off, and it's really not that easy. It's really easy to miss a shine, this one. Despite that, I remember playing this one a ton. As a kid. I grew up with this game, and I really love messing around in the hub and just doing this one, honestly. But, again, it's not really an easy shine. You're just sliding. It's nothing too crazy with this one. I've never heard anyone talk about this one, so I guess I can see why. But I guess a B tier is fine. It's just not anything crazy. You're just sliding. Next up we have is the secret. I believe this is the one in Jalal Beach. Yeah, this one. Oh boy. Yeah, this one I'm not really a fan of. Basically there's sand blocks. You step on them and disappear, and then yeah, you just have to quickly make it back. Thankfully, I don't really struggle in this one much if you get behind Sunshine's controls. I actually don't really struggle in this one, so I think a B tier is pretty solid for this one. You will find out if I put any of them in the S tier. Alright, yeah, anyway, next up we have is, oh boy, this one. You have very, very, very tall grass. You have to look for red coins everywhere in the tall grass. This one is not fun if you don't know where the red coins could be, honestly. I swear, I've never heard anyone talk about this one being hard or not. It's always like the same 4 missions I always deemed as hard. But regardless, this one isn't fun. It's just a lot of exploring. You have to be careful and stuff. But if you know where they are, it's not that bad, but yeah, it's not that great, so C tier. Next up we have is a secret mission in Nuki Bay. This one, it really depends. There's a lot going on, flipping platforms, you gotta wall jump in some cases, and blocks are moving. This one isn't too bad, but it can be it's a lot to go through, so this one can be a bit tricky. B tier though. Next up, oh, getting to one of those missions that everyone loves to hate on, for the Pachinko game. This one, you either love it or you hate it, but this is due to Sunshine's control, so this one can be, it really depends. To be honest, I don't think the mission's that bad. So many YouTubers place it as the worst mission of all time, or worst Mario level, or whatever. I'm sorry. Go play Mario Bros. The Lost Levels. A majority of that game is worse than the Pachinko game. I mean it literally. But in all seriousness, you basically play pinball, and if you fall in the middle, you're out. It's not easy, especially trying to get the shine. It could take you a few tries, but if you get the hang of it, it's actually not that bad. B tier. I guess because I used to have fun in it. Next up we have is the Secret Mission in the Peanut Park, I believe it's called. Yeah, Peanut Park. This one isn't anything too crazy. You got blocks disappearing, and yeah, that's about it. And bouncing platforms up there. This one's a little more unique compared to the other Sunshine missions, honestly, the other secret ones, so I kind of like this one, honestly. And also a nice little background. You know what? Man, I don't know if it doesn't deserve S tier. Fuck it, S tier. Best one. Alright. Next up we have is the other secret mission where you get Yoshi in Peanut Park. This one, I remember struggling on this time. There's a bunch of moving blocks you have to platform from to make it through ledges, and then you got orange blocks you also gotta make. This one isn't really fun at either. I remember this struggle. I remember taking a lot of tries on this, honestly. Next up is the secret mission for Rinko Harbor. This one I kind of like, and they also brought it back in Super Mario Galaxy 2. Basically, it's just rotating platforms and wall jumping. This isn't really that hard as long as you be careful when the platform is turning around. So, for this bring back in Galaxy, I gotta put this in A tier. As you can see, I kind of like some of these. Next up, the Sandbird. Another mission people love to hate on. To be honest, it's definitely one of the harder missions if you're first playing the game. But to be honest, nowadays, I beat on like the second try at the very least now. It's not really that hard, honestly. I can even say it's easy. Now, getting the blue coins, however, that can be tricky. But again, I'm not counting anything like that. So, yeah, I think this... I like the concept, alright? I find this mission kind of easy, so, yeah. This mission, oh, I didn't scroll down. This mission from, Serena Beach, the first secret mission, which is the second shine. This one, I struggled way more than Peanut Park, and I don't know why. It doesn't seem that hard, but I, for some reason, died on it the most compared to the rest of them. But, anyway, there's sand blocks everywhere. There's a rotating platform, which is probably the hardest part if you don't have Flood, and more sand blocks. This one isn't really that fun to deal with. C tier. Easily the worst one in the game. Anyway, moving on. Next up is the other secret mission in Serena Beach, which is 10 times more easier. The background's really nice. You got it from the hotel. Okay, the one part is the hotel, but we're not going to count that, obviously. I'm talking about the secret mission itself. But, yeah, it's just moving blocks everywhere. Sometimes they can crush you, though, so be a little careful. Otherwise, this one's kind of fine, honestly. Next up is, this mission, where you use your Flood, where you dash to make big jumps. Can't really give much opinion, you're just moving and jumping. This isn't really too brutal, but it's not really that interesting either. It's just there, I guess. Next up is I'm a Truckster mission. To be honest, I don't really find this one that bad as long as you get the placement right of the truck trucks. I really only struggle with the very last one. That one's kind of tricky. Other than that, though, I think this one's really funny, honestly, so I can't really hate this one. A lot of people hate this one, but I don't care. I never really struggle with it besides the last throw, honestly, to the shine. And last, but certainly not least, the lily pad mission. You have to use the lily pad to spray and get all the red coins. If you fall in the water, you're out. This one is not fun. I can totally understand why people think it's the worst one. Is it the worst one? Yeah, but I will say there is a trick to beating this. If you're not counting the trick, this will easily go into S tier, to be honest, just because of that trick. If you're counting the mission itself, C tier. I am not a fan of it. I don't think it's the worst thing ever, but it's not easy at all. I'm sorry. I can't handle this one. I say this as a Sunshine fan. This is why I've only 100% this game, like, once. Anyway, that's all these secret missions in Mario Sunshine Ranked. As you can see, I didn't put any of them on the bottom, because I guess I don't really struggle. Don't think any of them are, like, the worst things ever, like YouTubers say they are. So, yeah. Anyway, I wanted to do one Mario Sunshine video for the summer, and I'm glad I did, so I'm happy. Thank you guys for watching. I will see you guys next time for another video. Later, folks.